Hello and welcome. I am Scarperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. We are with our mutation Stalker Shrike, who has 4.5 million experience points. With only 52,000 left to go, we should get to level 37. And our new set of single origin enhancements by the end of this episode. We have over 20 million influence. And we're on a story arc for Anton Samson, where we are dealing with the Nemesis. And we've been finding blueprints to a prototype, and now he says the Nemesis forces are about to launch an attack against a Rigby Enclave in order to test their battle suit prototype. If you can destroy that prototype, it should derail the whole project. Are you ready to take on a fake Nemesis? Yes, I am ready to take it on, and this is in Paris Park, which, coincidentally, there's an entrance right here. So we're going to just zoom on in there. I don't know what the Rigby are doing in Paris Park. That's usually Skull and Hellion territory, but doesn't matter. Off we go. And there's the mission door. And we're just going to head over this way. You know, there's an interesting bit of trivia. Paris Park, as you will see here, right, it's a forest, and the canopy is sort of, in terms of visuals and stuff, is solid, right? You've got tree leaves here, but then it's completely solid. It turns out that during beta, it wasn't solid. There were ways to get in and out of it from inside, a lot more than there are now. So I guess the way to describe this is all of the spots in between the leaves that are poking up here, these flat spots, those spots were actually like places you could get out into the sky from inside. And I remember in beta, when I was in either when I was in beta or right when they launched, there were actually posts on the City of Heroes forums of the players complaining about them quote unquote closing in the canopy of Paris Park because they were used to being able to fly up and down, and once they closed it in, you couldn't do that. And so that basically forced everyone to encounter every spawn on the way in or out through going through the forest, because you couldn't kind of go out of the canopy and go over them and then come back down. So now we're looking for the prototype and its handlers. We got some Rigby here. Now the Rigby, unlike the Nemesis, we can go ahead and attack their lieutenants first. And that takes out one. And this should take out the other. Okay. So these guys are giving me 4,000 XP per lieutenant, so about 10 lieutenants and their associated minions. And we will be level 37. So I'm going to just wait for build up because it should come back. There we go. Now we do have to watch out here because the drones apparently can see through our hide, but nothing else within the Rigby can, as far as I know. Like, man, I can't even hit the monkeys. There we go. Alright. So now the question is, where do we think the false Nemesis is? I doubt he's up here, but there's some other Nemesis up here. We'll be getting 3 more slots at the next level, and I'm not sure exactly which things I'm go. Oh, the drone's going to see me. I'm not sure exactly which things I'm going to slot. I think we need some defense. I think we also need to get our attacks buffed up. I think we need to finish eviscerate. I think we gotta work on the weaker attacks that we have never finished slotting. So... Oh, eviscerate's done. Okay, that's good. I think 2 slots in instant healing and maybe a slot in strike. Give it some damage. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, nobody else up here. Down we go. So there should be 3 exits to this room, I believe. One in the south, one in the north, and one in the west. And of course there's the entrance. So basically one in each of the cardinal directions. I have no idea where the Nemesis is, so we'll just wander around. Now here's the thing. These guys are enemies. But as soon as I attack one of them, they'll both turn on me. That's fine. But the other thing is, if I take out the Nemesis Lieutenant, he will juice the Headman. So we're definitely going to take the Headman out first. Wow. So that takes out the Headman, then we can placate the Sergeant Major. Oh, and he's stuck. That's unfortunate. Always got to remember, you got to hit that Assassin's Claw twice for whatever reason. Okay, that takes him out, and nobody got buffed. So this is a dead end. So now we'll head back to the center room. And I guess we'll try going, I don't know, south? My guess is south is possibly where he is, because it's taking you deeper into the dungeon, but you never know. These things can be very twisty. Come on, stop walking so fast. You stand put. I do like that attack. It knocked everybody over. But man, this guy must have 50% defense. Right, I was only doing, was it 56? Instead of 120. So yeah, they are 50% resistant. At least when you factor in the level difference. And we should be getting close, guys. Where are we here? Yep, 17,000 XP to go. And there is Fake Boy. What level is he? 38. So he's only +2 right now. Those are his handlers. One guy. Okay, well, I was going to wait and see if we could level up and then go at him with the level buffs, but I don't think we're going to need to wait for that. We're going to hit Hasten. Take some resistance. Let's do a little bit of this buffing up. Let's go ahead and get instant healing started. Buff ourselves up, and then hit him. Oh, this is going to be nothing. Especially if he's going to fall down. Didn't even need the instant healing. Now he is going to, at some point, turn desolid, but maybe not if I can get him fast enough. Got him! And we completed the mission, and we leveled up, guys. And we finished the story arc, so we're going to get even more XP. Out we go. Wow, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. We are level 37. Let's talk to our contact. And we get half a bulb. You see the old, at the lower levels, right? A single story arc completion would get you like half a level, and then it would get you a couple bulbs, and then one bulb. Now it gets you less than half a bulb. He says the destruction of that prototype should set Nemesis research back. Hopefully. They'll abandon the entire concept as a failure. Actually, they're not going to, because we know we're going to fight fake Nemesis many times in the future. In some ways, though, I'm worried more now than when this whole thing started. The presence of a new robot based on Nemesis technology strongly indicates that it is really the true Nemesis at the head of these new armies. Yep, it's him. Okay, so we're done with him. We got a bunch of enhancements to sell. We got this mutation one that's useless, and we got slots to get and leveling up to do. So let's go ahead to Talos Island, my favorite zone for doing this. Now, I can't buy enhancements in Talos Island, but I can sell. And you may notice there's an orange reactive gas. So I pulled my 2 reactive gases off the auction house because I had put them up for like 15,000 and they hadn't sold in like a week and a half or something. And when I went in there to look, nobody, you know, the last one sold for $1 million, and I'm like, okay, why isn't 15,000 selling? So I took them down. I put one up for 5,001. Right, that's 1 influence more than you could sell it for at a vendor. It sold for 10,000. So I'm like, okay, it's not worth, to me, it's not worth vending it for that. So I'm just gonna sell it to the tech shop or whatever. So let's train up to a new level, and we'll go ahead and get double recharge on instant healing, so that comes back faster. And I'll go ahead and finally start working on Strike. And now we're going to sell and buy. So I'm not going to make you guys watch that. I will bring you back when we are all enhanced, and we'll continue with a level 37 and our new enhancements. So I'll be right back. You'll see it in a second, but it's going to take me a few minutes. See you on the flip side. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've done the math on this. It costs us almost 3 mil, 2.9 million to get all the single origins. We had 20 million, 0.6, and we now have 17.7, and we are fully enhanced. We have 6 slotted 3 of our 6 attack powers. We've 6 slotted 2 of our click power defenses. We still need slots on integration and instant healing, so we need about 7 slots there, or 6 slots there. And we need 2, 5, and 4, 9 slots on our attacks. So it's looking pretty good. We've got everything back the way it was. Instant healing now recharges without hasten, recharges every 5 minutes, guys, 5.5, which is pretty darn good. It lasts for a minute and a half, so that means it's up a minute and a half and down 4 minutes. So we have it up, we could potentially have it up about 30% of the time if we really needed it, and I don't think we will. So we're all buffed up, and it's time to find our next contact and start our next story arc. So let's go to Cadeo Kestrel, who's here in Founders Falls, or do we want to do Ginger Yates? Let's just do whoever's closest. So Cadeo is 0.68 miles, and Ginger is 0.69, so Cadeo wins by 1/100th of a mile, and we're going to go see him first. So let's put on our super speed and head over. Oh, the drone saw me. And there's a sniper. Wait a minute, there's a Nemesis sniper. Are you kidding me? There is a Nemesis sniper. This is the first time I have seen one in Founders Falls since the game came back. This is awesome. I'm going to attack him. I love killing off snipers here. That is the first Nemesis sniper I have seen, so maybe they do have them on this server. Is somebody else shooting me? Yes! There's another one. They do have them here, guys. I am excited. I don't remember them being this low down, but that is awesome. By the way, Shrike is looking actually much better now with our damage enhancer. It does 71 damage. And when we have it fully enhanced, it'll be doing 100 damage compared to, at the same time, fully enhanced Focus doing 130. So it'll be almost as good as Focus. And I might need to move that up in the rotation then. On the other hand, with fully enhanced Eviscerate, this bad boy is doing 211 damage per shot. Let's see if we can find any more snipers. No, don't see any more. I'm tabbing along, but I don't see any. But I'm really excited, guys. That's the first snipers I have seen in City of Heroes since we came back, since the game came back live. I am really psyched. I used to love picking them off. Hard to do with super speed. Oh, Rick D drones again. Leave me alone, guys. I'm trying to get a Cadeo Kestrel. I'm not trying to talk to you. Okay, so let's go to Cadeo. I believe he's going to send us to possibly Circle of Thorns. I think he does magic stuff, but I don't remember. To be honest, a lot of the context are a blur to me from having done Silver Phoenix, because we just did so many story arcs with her, and I don't remember who gave me what. So Cadeo is right here, and he says, first one is just go defeat a few mystics, which we're not going to do. I just got an urgent call from the city council. They were meeting at Councilman Hicks' office to discuss some new legislation, and they were attacked. You got to go save them from the Circle of Thorns. You only have 90 minutes. Okay, so they're in Steel Canyon. So we're going to head to the train station and zip on over there. And we're only 600 yards away. So we have, I believe, 4 contacts left. Cadeo. We have Cadeo, Ginger, Gordon, and Sheridan. You have 4 contacts left, and only 3 levels to do them. So we need to get these guys. We need to get these bad boys done. All right. Because then we'll be at level 40, and we'll get our level 40 contacts in Peregrine Island. And I actually went over there. Peregrine Island only has a single shop. It's an NPC right near the ship that takes you to and from Peregrine Island. And it just sells you every enhancement for the upper level game. And I went in there to see if they sell level 40s, because I thought they did. I thought they did 40, 45, and 50. But apparently not. So, because he wasn't offering me anything. So, I'm just going to head over here rather than trying to reload. We're fine. It won't take long with super speed. So yeah, I thought, okay, we'll just go in there and grab it. It's really interesting. Up till level 30, you just go to the shop and buy your stuff. From level 40 to 50, you just go to one shop, one size fits all, and buy your stuff. But from level 30 to 40, to get to your shop, to get your shop owner to talk to you, you had to do a quest for him. Now it's just a mission or two, right? But apparently, and I don't really remember the details of this, right? But my guess is players complained, right? They wanted to just buy their enhancers, and now they had to do a quest, and they were annoyed. And they were like, it's fun to do once, but we don't want to do it on every character. And is this the right level? It should be level 39. It is, okay. I guess they just found it annoying and did not want to keep having to do quests on every one of their characters once they got to level 30 to just talk to the freaking vendor. And I can understand that, although personally I didn't mind it. I actually kind of liked it. Speaking of quests, we haven't done any Cape missions. I'm going to have to look into doing that too. Because we definitely want to unlock the cape. I can't really see this character wearing a cape, but I definitely want to unlock the capes. This is Save the Council, so we've got to find 4 people, and I don't know where they are. Now, we're going to start getting some new guys here. The Earththorn casters eventually give way to the Airthorns and Firethorns. And it's really interesting to me, and it may have to do with what effect this has on other characters. To me, the most frustrating ones and the most difficult ones are the Earththorn, because they slow you, they kill your defense, and they are hard to hit. So to me, it's like they got my weakness as a scrapper. But it may be that they weren't that hard to deal with as blasters, and the Airthorns were harder. I just don't know. The Airthorns don't really do much. You'll see one now because I won't be able to kill both of these guys. But, I mean, they blow wind at you. I don't see them debuffing me anywhere, here. And my recollection as a scrapper was these guys are nothing, you know. Alright, so the 8 says, after the councilman's wife died, he became interested in Circle of Thorns, really interested. I think he thought he could have saved her if only he had known some magic. He started attending circle meetings, performing small rites and spells. After a while, he was a totally different person. He stopped drafting pro-hero legislation and started drafting just the opposite. Okay, so this guy has been brainwashed by the Circle of Thorns. Guide. Yeah, it's like, it gets you to the high levels and all of a sudden, where are the behemoths? I know there will be some. But what you definitely start to see less of is the Nerva demons. Once you get to like level 40, I think they're gone. So the way this works is that some types of enemies only exist in a certain level range, right? They might only be in the low levels. So for example, Skulls and Hellions only exist in the first 10 levels, and after that they're gone. You go into Steel Canyon, you go into Skyway City, and now you've graduated to Outcasts and Trolls. And those guys only exist to level 20. Then you get the Tsu. The Tsu, you find the Tsu from like level 20 to level 40, but in decreasing frequency as you get toward 40, and then you don't see them anymore. The Council starts early and goes through the whole game. But who you face in the council changes. So early on, you don't face those robots like the Zephyr robots and the war robots, and then in the upper levels you face them and other things. You know, the Circle. Oh, we still got some demons here. The Circle, and there's an Earth Thorn. So this is kind of like more of a lower level spawn. But the Circle too, they change. You start getting the Fire and Air Thorn casters. You get less of the Nervous Spectral demons and so forth. And so, we're going to need an accuracy buff here. And let's grab that. And we're going to need Dull Pain. Wow. Yep. The demons are still rough. So, depending on the mobs, like certain ones only exist in the high levels or the low levels, but others, the enemies exist all the way through, but they change who you fight. So there's no Nervous Spectral demons in the first 20 levels when you're fighting Circle of Thorns. There are some in the next 20 levels, and then as you get to the 50s, you fight a lot more Behemoths, you fight a lot more Air Thorn and Fire Thorn casters, Behemoth Overlords, and you don't fight as many Nervous Spectral demons. And same thing is true with the Council and these other guys. And so what's interesting about that, to me, what's interesting about that is that with some of these mobs, with some of these villains, what they switched it to is actually easier, or at least seems easier to me than what they had you fighting at the lower levels, right? Not always. The Council gets a little tougher, but the Circle, my recollection is the Circle is not that hard in the first like 10, 15 levels, becomes brutal in the 20s and 30s, and then become utter pushovers in the 40s. Like the Behemoths are nothing, right? They're just not challenging. Right? So you start getting all these Behemoths that you have to fight, and it's like, yeah, I don't even care. They're easy. Better them than Nerva demons. Right? So it's really interesting, and I'm not sure. What I'm not sure about is, to be honest, because I've only ever played two scrappers, both martial arts super reflex, and one tanker to level 50, and one tanker to the 40s, and then a villain, and didn't fight a lot of Circle of Thorns with the villain. I'm not sure if the higher level Circle would be easier for everybody else, or if it's just easier for a scrapper. And I just don't know about that. Or a tanker, right? I just don't know about that. It may be that, you know, for a controller or somebody, these guys would be easier than the Air Thorns. I don't know. And the Nervas would be easier than the Behemoths. I do know with my Dominator, at least to level 25, the demons were horrible until I was able to, or unless I was able to get the Seeds of Confusion to work on them. If I could do that, then I was in good shape. Seeds of Confusion makes them fight each other. So this is going to be ugly, because all these guys are nasty. But we're alright, and they're also only +2. And making one of them cower is good, because that's one less guy striking at me. But see, can't hit him. And that's just the worst. I mean, if you're just going to constantly miss, then you got to sit there and take a lot of punches. Okay, so now we got this guy. But we're down to 1, we're okay. They can't hit me that much. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of the greens because we don't need them. Now we got to keep looking for the hostages because we still have 3 people to save. And you got to look in the corners and stuff with these guys because a lot of times they have somebody hiding in the back, like cowering. I'm a little concerned. Okay, these are all Earth. I thought maybe there was a Nerva demon around here, but these are just all Earth Thorn. And that is nice to be able to two-shot that guy. And that's Eviscerate. Eviscerate does a lot of damage now. Oh, look at this. This is just sad. What's my chance to hit this guy? 33%, and you just miss 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. Got him. Okay. Some more guys over there. And there's a Nerva demon with more Earth Thorns. Okay. So we got a couple airs at the beginning, but now we're getting Earths again. So I guess we're starting the transition, but it hasn't completely changed over yet. I know eventually you just don't get Earth Thorn casters anymore. And eventually you don't get Nervas anymore either, I think. But it might be till level 40. And it may be that, like, the +3 spawn... Oh, this is gonna suck. Alright. It may be that the +3 spawns... It may be that the we're doing a poll here. It may be that the +3 spawns will be more Air Thorn because they're getting closer to 40. In fact, they will be 40. And then the +2 spawns are still in the 30s. So let's just keep an eye on it, guys. If we get to some more +3 spawns, let's see if they switch to air. I think they might. I think 40 is where it happens. Okay, so we rescued one more guy. Now, why did we rescue him while we were still fighting? That's because there were 4 Earth Thorn casters here, and it just so happened to kill the 2 that were tagged as his kidnappers first. And so he ran away after that. Okay. I don't see anybody else around here. So we need to go the other way down the hallway, and there are still 2 more guys to rescue. So these are +40. Notice Air Thorns. These are +3, 40s. So there won't be, I don't think you're going to see any Earth Thorn. See? Yep, 40s. The 40s are all air. Right? I don't think you're going to see any Earth Thorn above level 39. So it's really interesting. So this mission is mixed. And as long as it's +2, we're going to get Earth Thorn. And if it's +3, we will not. And what's really interesting about this is I think what you're going to see is the +3 spawns are going to actually be easier than the +2 spawns. Because the +2 spawns, all they get is the bonus for the level for me to hit, but they don't get the defense from earth armor. And that just makes it so much easier. Because it's the missing that makes the earth thorns difficult, not the damage they do or whatever they do to you. Some of the debuffing is bad too, but it's mostly being unable to hit them that kills you. And so this seems to be a +40 area, a +3 area for level 40. And so that makes this much easier, actually. It's like, oh good, they're red cons instead of orange. Most of the time, it's harder. Almost, 99% of the time. But just because at level 40, the earth thorns cycle out of the circle of thorn repertoire, whatever you want to call it, it makes it that much easier. Wow, he didn't get to heal. That's the second behemoth that I've gotten to kill without healing. That is awesome. Because they almost always trigger their heal. Okay, there's more guys there, but let's... I could have sworn there was another hostage over here. More air. Look how fast we kill these guys. 3 blows, 2 guys dead. Is that awesome or what? Claws rocks. I still like martial arts the best, but Claws is so close. It's so great. Okay, so now there is a guy down here, I think, right? Yeah. Oh, and we can actually backstab this guy because there's no Airthorn caster. We don't need all these blues. Yeah, there he did the heal, right? It's sort of like the, I was going to say Devouring Earth, the Freak Show, right? You assassinate, if you don't do an insta-kill, the first thing he does is dull pain. By the way, the Healing Flames animation is one of the things that always makes me want to play a fire tanker or scrapper or whatever, or brute, just because I love the Healing Flames animation so much. It is really cool. I thought there was another hostage over here, but I guess not. So let's go the rest of the way. Airthorn, you're mine. Notice we don't even have to worry about something like Placate fighting these guys. Again, as long as it's not the Nervas and the Earth Thorns, this is like cake. We could fight +5s, I think, against the Airs and the Behemoths. They're just nothing. Okay, so there's one last guy to save. Oh, and look at that. We're back to level 39s, the +2s, and back to the Earth Thorns. So there you would say that unlike, so you're having trouble with the Circle of Thorns. Oh man, they're hard. The Nervas, the Earth Thorn casters. Oh man, it's difficult. Maybe I should lower it from +2 to +1. No, worst thing you can do. Raise it to +3, and you won't see a single Earth Thorn caster in there. Not going to do that, though, guys. We're fine at level +2. I think until probably 40, and then we're going to move it up. Let's see. We'll see how we go. And we'll see how we do with this at this level. It's been pretty easy. And actually, +3s would make it easier with this particular faction. Not necessarily true of other factions. And there is a boss, and sadly he's only +2. So we're going to have to burn our assassination on the Spectral Demon, and then fight the boss kind of cold, but I'll placate the boss. So we're going to hasten up, get our build up back, because we definitely need that for the Spectral Demon. And then assassinate him. See if we can knock this boss down. That is excellent. And then we're going to placate. Now we're going to do a little extra damage on him and a little extra accuracy because he's going to debuff me. And now we're going to assassinate him. There we go. So that's it. With Placate, we got our assassination in on both the Nerva Demon and Councilman Hicks, who is the big bad guy. Now he could heal himself, but we got him too fast for him to heal himself. Sweet. By the way, really cool looking villain. So this is a defeat all, apparently. And I don't know who else we need to beat. Because we beat everybody, didn't we? Where the heck is everybody else? There was a patrol. Maybe I missed one guy. No. Are we doing this again, guys, with enemies spawn inside walls? Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs and look, I guess. Hopefully there'll be a red triangle somewhere. Alright, guys, I'll pause it. When I find him, I'll bring you back. Okay, we're back. Found him. Somehow, I missed these two guys. So, we'll take them out. And there's an Earth Thorn that I didn't see. He was in the, they must have been in that room and wandering. And that completes the mission. Gave us a recipe. Now we're going to head on out. So that's how we play at level 37 with all of our powers enhanced. I think our character is kicking serious butt. And we're going to go back to Kideo Kestrel in Founders Falls. So we'll do that the quick way. And then I will end this episode. I don't think he's got us on a story arc yet, but after a couple missions, hopefully, we will have a story arc. And Kideo is just 600 yards away. So this is rescue some policemen. Alright, so we're going to do that next time, but I'm going to stop here, guys. I think we have his phone number now. Do we? Yeah, we do. So that's great. Alright, we're going to stop here, and I will be back next time at level 37 with our character. We've already got a bead and a half. And I'll see you next time on City of Heroes.